morning, all my YouTubers, all my blue-collar workers. Hope everybody having a good day out there. As y'all can see, I'm bundled up. It's 5 below today. I think yesterday was like 5 above, and it was cold yesterday. So about 10 degrees colder today. It'll be freezing. So whatever. I'm still here. I'm gonna get this money. We're gonna put some pipe up today. It just go a little bit slower when it's cold like this. I had heard some good news. Like one of my foremen that was on his job, he went down to Iowa. Him and a couple other guys off his job, they went down to Iowa to do some punch list items on a job down there. And apparently there were some guys down there that watched my videos, so they must have asked if he liked them, so, or if he knew me or whatever. Yeah, they had something. They seen the video, so that's what's up. So all you brothers down in Iowa, I hope everybody doing good down there. Get that money. Appreciate the support. I don't know, it's pretty dope. The channel start getting a little bit of traction, so I like hearing. I've been getting a lot of comments from people, a lot of positive feedback, so I appreciate y'all, man. And I don't know, I just figured since it's cold today, I figured I'd make a little post and kind of, I don't know, people kind of have a question on what they would need if they was to get into the trades. Like, what do you need to get? So it's going to depend on where you're at, obviously. I don't know that every locals have the same thing, but like for us, we don't have to buy no tools. Like the contractor provides all tools and all PPE, so like your safety glasses, all that. Only thing you need to do, you gotta have your driver's license, gotta have a vehicle that gets you the job. You gotta have most jobs require steel-toe boots, some jobs don't. I know there's a lot of guys up here, they like cowboy boots. I'm from the city. I can't do no cowboy boots. I ain't got no business wearing them, so that's a no-go for me. So for me, I'll get the Red Wings. The Red Wings they're good boots. Some of them union made, and then they have actually got I just found out recently they got like a 1-year warranty. So anything that's wrong with them, you can bring them back to either fix them or replace them. I've had a couple pairs of boots replaced. Now they might cost a little bit more. I think mine are like $300, but I got the ones I just got are pretty dope. Actually, they got like the BOA system, so you ain't gotta lace them up. They just got the little clicker and it tightens them up, and it's like a stainless steel coated wire, so you ain't gotta worry about sparks and nothing melting your laces. I had tried a couple pairs of the mock toes, and for me, if you welding, like them mock toes, they gonna fall apart. You're gonna burn up the stitching on them, and they're gonna start to split. So that's one thing. You need a good pair of boots. If you're up here in Minnesota, you're gonna definitely need some long johns and some socks. Now, I've been sleeping on socks. Like, I've just been kind of wearing whatever socks, and I mean, usually if it get cold, I'll put 2-3 pairs on. Then I just recently, one of the guys here put me up on these alpaca socks. They kind of expensive. They on sale for like 30% off, and they still like $57 for 6 pairs. But they dope. Like, I ain't gonna be able to wear just them. I still gotta put another pair over them, but they're definitely way warmer, way more comfortable. So you gotta think about your feet, because you're gonna be on your feet a lot. So a good pair of boots, some good socks. Also, I just went to Costco last night. My foreman told me they got a deal there. They got some merino wool socks for like $15 for 4 pairs. So that's a good deal. So I went and got some of them. I'm wearing them today. They pretty comfortable. They feel all right. So that up here, you're gonna need some long johns. You're gonna need a good winter jacket. You're definitely gonna need like some Carhartt bibs. That's just, I mean, you gotta stay warm. You gotta realize if ever since I've been in the trade so far, every winter I've been outside. So it's like in the summertime, you might be inside, you might be in a tunnel somewhere hot. And in the wintertime, you're going to be outside, because I guess the wintertime, that's when you're going to be working on the chill water. And that's mostly going to be outside work, because they ain't running the chill water. And then in the summertime, you're going to be working on the boilers and on the heating water, because obviously they're not running the heater. So it kind of makes sense. Other than that, like hard hat and all that stuff, man, the contractor buys all that stuff. Now I know different locals, maybe you might, I don't know, maybe some other trades, you might gotta provide your own tools. I think the millwrights, they gotta buy their own tools, which that's crazy to me, because there's a lot of tools. And I don't know, I just got used to pipe fitters. We don't buy our own tools. The contractor buys all the tools. The only thing you need is a tape measure and a channel lock. The rest of that contractor gonna, and actually the contractor provide that, so you don't really need nothing. You're gonna need a welding hood and a good welding lens. Now, you might think you're gonna just buy a cheap welding hood to get started, and that's cool, whatever. But my advice is get a really good lens, because If you think about it, that welding hood, that's gonna make your money. Like I've made. I mean, if I was really gonna put all the money I made on welding on my hoods, like I've definitely made over $500,000 off my welding hood. So that's an important part. Everybody got different preferences on what kind of hoods they like. It took me a while to get on board with the pipeliner, but once I did get on board with the pipeliner, like I really like it better. Like even for my weekend job where I'm doing like MIG welding, just the shape of the pipeliner, because it curls down under my chin, it keeps the smoke and stuff out my face, and kind of I don't know, yeah, I like it anyway. And the parts are cheap, so you might come across contractors gonna buy you a hood, but the point is, if you join an apprenticeship, you're gonna be welding in school before they give you a chance to weld on the job anyway. So you're gonna need a hood. So you can catch you a pipeliner for like $50-$60 on Amazon, and then just get you a good lens. Like I got that snake belly lens. I really like it a lot. It was only like $100. It's auto darkening. It's adjustable. I got the blue puddle. For me, for my vision, some people like it, some people don't. For me, I like it a lot better because it makes the if you just go ahead and hit your weld with the grinder just a little bit, just take tops off and get it that shiny metal. For some reason, that shiny metal with that blue tint on the lens, it really pops out, so you can really see your edges. It makes it a lot easier to get a consistent weld. So for me, that's it for me. That snake belly gold lens blue puddle, that's my preference. But there's a lot of people like the true arcs and the arc ones. I mean, it's just kind of goes to preference. Some people like the fixed shades, the Wens lenses. I've never used them, but I've heard my foreman, he said those are the best, so I believe him. I'll take his word for it. But for me, snake belly's where it's at. $100 can't go wrong. And then it come with a cool little carrying case too. So I also have a arc one that's like my backup now, because I don't know, maybe I think I used to need glasses when I was a kid, so maybe that has something to do with it. Like the Arc 1 for some reason just seems really dark. It's a 10-11 shade, which a lot of people like to weld, but they're shade darker than that. Me, I turn my snake belly down to like 9. Like I don't know, I just like it so I can really see. But the Arc 1, it seemed like I get dark spots. Like I'll be able to see the puddle, but the edges, they just fade out in the darkness, and I feel like I lose my puddle with that. So that's some of the things you're gonna need. You definitely gotta prepare for the weather. So you're gonna, and then another good thing I had learned my first job, we were doing basically I got stuck demoing pipe. Like the first week I was a pipe fitter, and so there's a bunch of fiberglass insulation on it, and it was hot. There's no air conditioning in the school we was working in, so I was sweating. And I showed up with a t-shirt on because I was like, man, it's hot. I'm gonna be hot all day. I'm gonna put a t-shirt on. I put a t-shirt on, and I was covered in insulation and just itchy all day. It was terrible. So I went and bought some, go get them, like the Nike dry fit shirts. Those were good, because then you got a long sleeve that you're gonna stay cool in, and it'll keep, if you end up in a situation like that where you're gonna get stuff on you. Like, they're not really great for welding in because they just melt to you, but if you get in a situation where it's hot and you need to have your arms covered, them dry fits, I definitely recommend them. Trying to think what else. Really, you don't need a lot. I mean, really, you just need a good pair of boots, and it just comes down to, I mean, you want to have some good jeans, I guess. When I first started in trade, I was getting Levi's because it was cheap. So I was getting them, it was like $30 a pair. But from walking around carrying a channel lock in my back pocket, they would tear up. Like within, I don't know, maybe a month and a half, I'd have the back pocket would just rip off. I'd be at work, all of a sudden I got split back there, and like I'm stuck working the rest of the day with a little bit of air conditioning in the back. So I started going getting these Duluth trading what do you call it? Ballroom jeans. So they got like a little bit of flex in the crotch, so if you're bending around, whatever, like they're comfortable. But they're also, they got a couple different kinds, but the first ones I got, the ballroom jeans, they're kind of thick. So in the summertime, like, man, they would have my legs sweating. But in the wintertime, you put some long johns underneath of them, good to go. So the ballroom jeans is good. And then I think the ballroom double flex jeans, I got them also. And those ones seem like they're a little bit thinner. So they flex a little bit more, but they're a little bit thinner. So I like them better in the summertime. So I don't know. I mean, it just comes down to, I know when you first starting on the trade, you're not making that much money. So I know everybody's going to be tight with their money. But if you put the money into good clothes, good boots, Like, you gotta think, this is what you're gonna be doing. Like, you want to be comfortable and you want to have goods, and also you want to look professional. So you don't want to come just show up just in some raggedy old clothes. So it's good if you're gonna spend the money on something, spend the money on something that's worthwhile, because end of the day, that's gonna make you more money. So that's how I look at it. And like, ever since I started buying the little trading jeans, like, man, I ain't had to buy another pair of jeans since. Like, I think I went and bought like one pair the first time to see if I was gonna like them. And then I liked them so much, I went back. They had a sale. I ended up catching 2 or 3 more pairs, and then I went and bought a couple more pairs. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wear now for jeans. The rest of some of their stuff's kind of expensive. So I mean, their jeans are expensive too, but some of their stuff's expensive. So I kind of just stick with them for jeans, and then the Red Wings for the boots. Man, catch you some merino wool or some alpaca socks. Thank me later. I ain't gonna say nothing else. If you go and get them, just thank me later. They're actually, the hype is real on them. And then man, I know up here too, the little face mask, the neck gaiter, when you get that cold wind, it took me a while to figure that one out too. You keep that neck warm when it's cold like that, it make a big difference. So I don't know, that's just some things I was thinking about. Other than that, really ain't much. I'm just gonna see how today's gonna go, see how many people actually show up for work today, because I already heard rumblings yesterday. People was crying around about it's gonna be cold. So I don't know. I'm here. As long as I got one journeyman, I'm good to go. Like, I'm ready to get it. Yesterday, so since the foreman went down to Iowa, and he might be watching because they're bored down there. There ain't nothing else going on for them down in Iowa. So if you're watching, Dave, get back to work. But there was no foreman yesterday. Then the journeyman that was working with me and the other apprentice, his car didn't make it, so it was just me and another apprentice. Usually apprentices ain't supposed to work by themselves, but I feel like we're 30 years, they kind of know what we're doing. The other foreman, he came and checked up on us, seen what we was doing, and he was like, yeah, you guys are good as long as you're within eyesight, whatever. So we got to line up. We did pretty good for it being cold and being one man short. There's just me and another apprentice in my class. So that went all right, but yeah, we'll see what happens today. We'll see who shows up. That's what I'm here. I don't know, shoot, I'm about an hour early, so ain't nobody gonna be here this early yet, but I just figured I had to get some coffee and get some gas, and figured I'd make a little video for y'all. So anyway, everybody out there, stay warm, keep doing what you're doing. Hope everybody winning, and shoot, have a good day.